back to Massachusetts, coached for a year at my old high school, Lynn Classical High School in Massachusetts, and kind of was figuring out what I wanted to do next step in my life. Got my investment broker's license while I was figuring that out, and then made a transition, went to be a graduate assistant at the Citadel for a couple of years. Still didn't know what I wanted to do with life. After that, we had a couple coaching changes, kind of made me pick, and ended up coming into being an assistant coach at the high school level, and I knew it was my calling right away. And ever since then, it's been my goal and passion to help young men become as successful as they can be and help them achieve excellence.
So did you do much with the commodity, or did
Yeah, we started our own commodities trading business. That was back in 2006, and that was based out of New York City, where I ran a place called Kalick Funds, and we traded everything from hogs and silver and gold all the way to soybeans. So that was definitely an experience. It prepares you for pressure. You've never faced more pressure than when you're dealing with other people's money, and that was a very stressful environment, and it helped prepare me for where I am today.
It prepared you for where you are today, but did it also say, I like it, but
right. I've always had that feeling inside of me. I missed football. Football's always been a huge part of my life ever since I was little. My grandfather played a huge part in that. He would take me to living in Boston. We went to every game from USFL, seeing the Boston Breakers, all the way to going to Patriot games on Sundays, to seeing Boston College play on Saturdays, to going to the local high school games, which up there are actually on Sundays and Fridays and Saturdays. So we were always going to a game one way or another, and football, like I said, has always been a huge part of my life, and I just couldn't live without it. So that led me to making the decisions that I made in my life to become a high school football coach.
Were you making a lot of money?
I was doing very well as a commodities broker, doing very, very well as an investment broker beforehand. Probably made more money in 1 month there than I would make as a year as a teacher, but it's not what I was passionate about, and it still had a hole in my heart.
And then getting back into football and working your way up, and landing at C. Murray, you kind of had to build that thing ground up. I mean, they had some success mostly for basketball, but
right.
Just you're trying to build that program up, and then dealing with what you guys went through there.
Right. It was definitely a huge challenge. I remember when I told people I was applying for the job, they told me I was crazy, out of my mind. You could never win there. You'd never do anything there. It's a dead-end job that would never be successful at. And it took a lot of hard work. It took getting the community involved, and those are things that you take with you. That you were able to build a community base that was behind your program, and we're going to do similar things here to build our community base behind our program. And that helped me to become a better coach. It helped me to become a better person overall. We dealt with a lot of adversity, especially the last 2 years. We had the hurricane this year that knocked us out of school for a couple of weeks. We had the flood the year before that knocked us out of commission for over a month. And, it was a lot of adversity, and you learn through adversity. And adversity either makes you or breaks you, they say, and it definitely made us. And that goes into what we're teaching our kids now about poise and having poise and never giving up.